Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Quick Smoke. It's been a while, folks, and I'm doing something that I don't normally do. I am cooking bread today. So I'm going to show you how to make a nice buttery bread that I have not tried before. So this should be interesting. Well, yeah, let's get right to it. So the first thing we're going to need is a half a cup of water and half a cup of milk, which I have already put together. I'm gonna put that right there. And then one egg, which I have forgotten to grab, but I'll grab it right now. And we will put the egg right in there. Hold on. Ooh, plop. Alright, one egg. And the next thing we are going to need is a third cup of melted butter, which I have right here, but I'm going to melt it. So we're going to pop it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. And while we're doing that, what is the next thing we are going to need? We're going to need 2 teaspoons of instant yeast and a cup of sugar, which I have put right here. So we're going to plop those in there. And this sure looks like it's almost melted. Let me see if I can find something to mix with here. All my utensils have been moved. So I'm having a hard time finding a scraper. Alright, you know what? Screw the scraper. Let's get a mixer at least. There we go. Let's check our butter. Almost. Let's put it in for another 5 seconds. Alright, so we're going to mix this together real quick. And our butter should be nice and melted. It is. So we're going to throw our butter in there, and we'll mix that again, just to make sure everything's dissolved nicely. Now you do need salt, which, dagnabbit, I forgot to pull out, but that's alright. So right now, it calls for 3 1/4 cup of flour. Here is 2 1/4. And there is 1. And I'll get the salt so I can put a tablespoon of salt. Apparently you don't want to put the salt in on top of with the yeah, sorry. You don't want to put the salt with the yeast, because it creates a bad reaction. And the salt that I had got doesn't want to open up, so I'm going to use regular salt. And we need 1 teaspoon of that. Sorry guys, I'm screwing up here already. Alright, so 1 teaspoon of that. Okay, so now we kind of want to get it, let's just get it a little bit mixed before we put it on the machine. I can see it's starting to formulate. Alright, now that we got that mostly formed, I'm going to put the machine on low. So let's lower this machine, and we'll put it on the first setting for now. While I find a rubber scraper. Sorry for the loudness, guys. I did just get this machine for this very thing. I'm very excited to use it for the first time. Somebody has stolen my rubber scraper. There's a... I can't believe my rubber scraper is missing. Again, sorry for the noises, guys. Let me check one more spot for my rubber scraper here. Oh, there's a shitty one, so I'll use this one. We're going to shut this off. Oh, let's check it out. Let's see how we're doing. It's actually almost there, guys. Look at that. It's like dough. Alright, so you know what? Let's just put it on again. Put it a little bit higher so we can knead. We're going to let it knead for about 5 minutes, if that. Hope you guys can see this pretty well. Let's check it out real quick. That is actually perfect. Okay, so we're just gonna take these off here. And I'm just gonna... So it comes, it's still a little tacky, but yeah, it's dry to the skin, so that's how you know when it's done. You know, it's still a little rough looking though. Let's mix it for a little bit longer. On the lower setting. We want it to get a little bit smoother, I think. So, have you guys ever made bread before? If you have, let me know how it came out, or if you even used a recipe similar to this. If you haven't, let me know if you're going to try this out. I will take a moment to say thank you to VolGirl145 for turning me on to this recipe and helping me out. And I do suggest going to her channel and checking out her cook list. And there's also a Geeks and Gamers cook playlist on her channel. If you guys can't find anything to cook there, you don't belong in a kitchen. Alright. That should definitely be enough. So you push it, comes back, it's dry. I'm gonna put it in a ball. Oh, we missed a piece. Alright, and the next thing to do is to let it rise. But we need to put a little oil here. Alright, we're going to put a little oil on top of the bread, of the dough. As you can see, some oil. I'm going to put it there. And then I am going to take a tea towel, just as soon as I wash my hands. And we're going to let it rest for about 45 minutes to an hour. Now, some people say, the vulgar will say, put it in your oven. Let your oven preheat, put it in your oven. I'm just going to let it, it's pretty warm in here. I'm just going to let it rest in here. Let it rise on it all while it's sitting. Right. Here's my tea towels. I went out and bought a brand new tea towel. I went and asked a lot of people, hey, what's the difference between a tea towel and a regular kitchen towel? And sure enough, I got the answer. I don't know. So if you could tell me what the difference between a tea towel and a regular kitchen towel, let me know. Because I sure would like to know. Saran wrap. There is the wrap. Alright, so this part everybody seems to agree on is cover it with a little bit of cling wrap very gently, and then my nice brand new tea towel, and we will see you guys in an hour. Bye. Okay, now we're back, and hopefully my volume is working, because before it would show me, but now it is not. But anyway, it looks like it has risen. It doesn't look like it has risen a lot, so we're going to continue to try and make bread out of this. Well, it did rise. Okay, so we're gonna pull it out here, and I'm actually gonna get a lit. No, it should be fine. All right. Just gotta remember to wash the. Make sure we see good enough. Okay, so now I'm going to take the rolling pin, I'm going to stretch it out a bit. We want it about the size of the pan, so. Alright, so then we're going to fold it. And each time we fold it, we're going to pinch it. Fold the ends here. Alright, and we're going to take it in a bread pan. Actually, before we stick it in the bread pan, even though this is a non-stick, I'm going to spray it. I'm going to put the fold down. And we're going to let it sit for a little while longer, just like that. Alright, so now, I mean, it's risen, but it's not risen to the way I wanted to see it rise. But we're going to try it anyway. So we preheated the oven to 350 to 56 degrees. We're going to give it a milk and egg wash. And then we're going to bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes. Now this is either going to be an epic failure or it's going to be good. Either way, we'll still show. If you hear that noise, Papa Smoke decided to do dishes in the dishwasher while I was recording instead of waiting. So, sorry for the noise. So we're going to stick this in the oven now for 20 minutes and see if it comes out bread. See you in 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes is now up and we're going to pull the bread out. Smells absolutely phenomenal right now. Smells like a bakery in my house. Alright, first loaf of bread out ever made. Let's turn off the oven. Now we're gonna flip this over. It looks like bread. Smells like bread. A little curvy. I gotta go see a doctor about that. A little kirk in there. So we're gonna let this cool down. I'm gonna cook dinner. Then we'll slice a piece up with dinner. I'm cooking pork chops with mashed potatoes and gravy. So why not have a little bit of bread with it? So I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna let this cool down. I'm going to cook dinner and then we'll be back. Alright, well, here is our loaf of bread. It's not perfect looking. It is cooled down enough to touch and cut. So we're going to cut off this end piece right here. And it actually looks like bread. I'm going to cut off another piece. I like my bread a little thin. That might be a little too thin, but alright. Smells delicious. I'm gonna add a little butter to it. It's not falling apart like other breads. Still is warm, so the butter is automatically melting. Alright, and I just so happen to have my dinner right here. It's pork chops with rustic mashed potatoes and gravy. Let's test out the bread. Tastes like bread. Not bad. It didn't come out too bad. Maybe if it would have rise a little more, it wouldn't be so heavy. But all around, it's got a good taste. I will try this again. All right, folks. Well, this has been Quick Smoke with Cooking with Quick Smoke. Excuse me, sorry. And let me know if you tried this and tell me if it comes out better than you. Better for you. Better, yeah, it comes out better for you. Anyway, I'd like to dedicate this video actually to Joe, who's been one of my biggest fans and supporters. He's always asking me when's the next one I'm going to do. Well, here's the next one, Joe. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, my friends, if you like this, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, and you'll get more loveliness like this. Bye.